For this recipe, you'll need to gather the following items: 1 tray of any size, 1 large bowl, 1 small bowl, melting candies that are white, 2 bags of iced circus animal cookies, 1 spoon, 1 spatula, a refrigerator, a microwave, sprinkles, cream cheese frosting, and a food processor. Let's get on with the next step. For the second step, begin by placing 6 animal crackers into your food processor. Then put the lid on and blend them up until they become a powder-like consistency. You will repeat this process until you have used up a bag and a half. So it's about done. So we're just going to slide it off my gloves right back into the bowl. And what is the next step? I wonder. So the next step will be to start rolling these into balls. And my gloves are not really working with me today. My brother's gloves, actually. Okay. So we're just gonna take about, that's actually big, this size of a ball, roll it into a sphere, and place it on the tray. It doesn't really matter how close or far apart the balls are from each other, because that's not something you should worry about right now.
Might be too big or too small, so we're just going to separate just a bit from that.
While your cookie balls are chilling in the freezer, now is the time to melt your candy melts. So you need to pour them into the bowl, and then follow the instructions on the back. And mine are to put these in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time, and then until they're all melted, and stir them while doing it. So I'm just going to put these in there for 30 seconds, and we're going to wait. And while we're waiting, we're going to go get our cookie balls that are chilling in the freezer and check if they're ready. It looks to me that the cookie balls are ready, so we're just going to slide them right here and then check on our candy melts. So as you can see, they've started melting just a bit on the edges, so we're just going to put them in. So I put them in for 1 minute because 30 seconds will take too long, so yeah. And as you're waiting, we are going to bring out our 2 toothpicks, because when these are all melted, you are going to stick them in the sides of each cookie ball and then dip it in the bowl when they're ready. And we're going to need a spoon to mix, so and it's melted a bit more, but we're going to stir them up. And they're melting a little bit easier if you just stir them up. So they're not ready quite yet, but we're going to put them in after we're done stirring them up. We're going to stir them up And they're melting a little bit easier if you just stir them up. So they're not ready quite yet, but we're going to put them in after we're done stirring them up. So we're going to slide these back in there for 30 seconds. So you're also going to need to get out your rainbow sprinkles because we will be putting those on after, like immediately after you've put your icing on these, the cookie balls. So yeah. Okay, looks to me as they are. I'm just going to get an oven mitt just to be sure because they could be a little hot. So, and they are very warm. So, we are just going to stir these up. Push those out there. And stir this up. And it is ready. It is all melted. And you want it kind of runny. You don't at all want it to be thick, because it will be harder to put on your cookie balls. So now we are going to take our first cookie ball and put the 2 toothpicks into each side of the cookie ball. And I've never tried this way, but I think it will work out if I just move them just a bit. I'm just going to do it with one, actually. It's probably all you need. And you can probably do 2 at a time. So they're kind of like cake pops right now, because, yeah. The first one is done. And we are just going to slide it off with our finger, because... And then you are going to need to add your sprinkles on right after you take them out of there. So I kind of lost my other cookie ball in this mixture, and I'm trying to get it out. And got it out. And we're just going to wipe off some of the extra. And then repeat these steps until you are finished. And then we're going to take the next ones. And make sure not to add too much to it, because it could take a while to dry if you add too much of that. So just make sure not to do that. And I like adding a lot of sprinkles because it makes me happy. Oh no, they are sliding together. There we go. We got it. We're just going to repeat that process until you've used up all of your cookie balls. Now that your cookie balls are finished, enjoy!